Hey, it's me, Lucas Ross, CFA, CPA, and Realtor. Condominiums are a very fundamental part of our housing picture, right? Condos provide an affordable entry-level housing option for people, and it's a way for builders to make money, right? By building a building, selling off the units, and walking away. That stopped happening. No condos were built for many, many years in Seattle, and the reason why is because of the Washington Condo Act. So I'm going to explain the Washington Condo Act, what it was, what changed, and how now that it's been changed, we're actually going to start seeing more and more condos again. Okay? So the Washington Condo Act had two issues. One is that builders could be sued for potential defects, and HOA board members could be personally liable. Okay, so what would happen is that a builder would build a building, a condo building, sell off the units, and then 5 years later, because the statute of limitations was 6 years, so 5 years after it was built, then all the lawyers would descend on the HOA, and they would say basically these two things, like, okay, look, your building has a ton of problems. We know because we specialize in this. We do the inspections, so let us do our thing. We are going to do an inspection for you. We're going to find all the defects. Then we're going to create the lawsuit against the builder, and we're going to get money for you to fix all the defects. And then obviously we will get paid as well for our legal fees. Now, if you don't do this, then you're going to be neglecting your fiduciary duty, and then you'll be responsible for $1 million or a couple $1,000,000 by not going along with our program, with the lawsuit. So HOA board members, they're just volunteers. They're not speaking this language or very fluent in all this, but it sounds very scary when somebody tells you you're going to be sued. Lawyers telling you you're going to be liable for millions of dollars. It's like, okay, that's not what I signed up for when I decided to be a volunteer HOA board member. So they would sue, right? So the result of all of this is the builder sued every time, okay? Every single time a builder built a condo building, they got sued. And I know that if you're in Seattle, you might love that, right? Because tons of people just feel like, oh, all the builders are just awful people. They're monsters, and we should sue them every single time, no matter what. Well, even if you have that opinion, at least see what happens next. When the builders get sued, they stop building condos, okay? So all during the downturn and for several years after the downturn, there was no condos being built, right? So they stop building condos, or if they do build them, their costs are higher, and so the condo prices also go way up. So now you do have some condos being built in Seattle, but guess what? They're all downtown high-rise buildings, that cost $1,000 per square foot of the unit, and so those are not entry-level affordable housing options, right? So we don't really have many affordable, where can you buy a new property in Seattle at $400,000? It doesn't exist, right? You have townhomes at, $700,000. If you're buying a new condo, it's going to be, somewhere around there too, because it's going to be downtown. So anyways, this is what happens when the builders get sued every single time. You don't have very many condos to choose from, and the ones you do are very expensive. Okay, so what happened is this. There was, in 2019, there was a change to the condo law that kind of resolved some of this stuff. So instead of builders getting sued for potential defects, that doesn't make sense to me. They have to be proven now, okay? So you can, and we're not saying, nobody can sue a builder. Yes, you certainly can. You just have to show that there's a problem, right? It's a proven defect. And then they clarified this to say that the HOA board isn't personally liable. So it's not like before it said that they were liable. It's just that was something that the lawyers kept threatening, and using to facilitate their own, the lawsuits was implying or telling people that they would be personally liable. Now it says specifically, you're not personally liable. So lawyers can't say that anymore. So As a result of these changes, then all of this is going to change as well, right? When the builders don't get sued every time, then some of the builders are going to go back into building condos. Many builders just swore that off, said, I will never build another condo because I'll just build apartment buildings or office buildings because I won't get sued, right? Well, so when you remove some of the, lawsuit happiness from the whole situation, then the builders will go back in, they'll build more condos, the costs will come down of their building costs because they don't have to incorporate a whole layer of legal fees, into the equation of building a condo building. So then the condo prices will also get lower. Okay. So I think this is overall a positive change. Bad builders who build bad buildings can still be sued, but at least it won't be just an automatic lawsuit layer of legal fees where lawyers are extracting millions and millions of dollars from our building economy. Because of these loopholes that have been, somewhat closed. So I think it's a positive thing. There'll be more condos. There'll be cheaper condos. And I think that's a good thing for many people who want to buy a new unit in Seattle, but don't have $1 million to spend. LucasRoth.com is my website. Check me out there. Thank you for watching the video and have a wonderful day.